Hi folks, we had a bit of a disaster with the sound on the video yesterday. Sorry about that. I don't know what caused it. I've checked this out about 10 times this morning on short videos and the sound seems to be fine. I don't know what was causing the interference yesterday. But anyway, let's try another watercolour just to see if we can improve and make amends. So I'll do a similar one. Bit of mountain in the background, but it didn't really show yesterday. I might just lower it a bit, lower the angle a bit more acute. Well, that's a bit better. It's about 30 degrees. Okay, I'll take the exposure down on this. It seems it's just a bit overexposing. Oh, all right, let's try that. The white balance, somebody said the white balance was out on one of them. I don't think it was. I don't think it was a white balance. Anyway, something was wrong. Because if you don't get the white balance wrong, or if you don't get it right, everything is too blue. Anyway, we'll, so I think, take the brightness up a touch. Okay, let's kind of, okay, bit of raw sienna we'll put in there. Just a blush of raw sienna. Plenty of water to get it flowing on the base. So the water's going to go. It's going to be quick because I've got to go do the weekly shop. And we take an elderly friend, but anybody older than me is elderly. I'll just reclip this as it expands, and then we'll put a bit of sky, and then we'll dry it off before we do the background. So I like, well, we'll put a bit of blue in, but I do prefer grey. So let's have Payne's grey and a bit of alizarin, mix in with that sienna. Now, we're a bit darker in that foreground because that's reflection of the sky. A bit more. This is Ron Ranson's favourite way of making greys. Right, okay, that'll do. I'll dry that off. And I hope that doesn't let the sound out. If the sound is bad on this one, you won't see it. I'll check it out before I upload it to YouTube. I'll just reclip it. I'll just blot the bottom of this. There. Okay. As the paper expands, this is the cheap Fabriano or cheaper Fabriano studio paper. I'm so used to it. I think it's one of my favourites. Now, I like the £90 Arches, but we can't get any more of that. That was a job lot. Okay, so using those colours that we've got in the sky, but just slightly darker than the sky, alizarin crimson, a touch of ochre, sienna. Oh, let's just get it. Okay, come down to horizon. Okay, that's a bit washed out there, but I can see it on the screen, so I think we're okay there. There's sort of rain coming down there. Clean the brush, and we're going uphill, so let's See if we can alter that. A bit of umber and a bit of Payne's grey. Just see if we just to straighten that up. Should have drawn the horizon first because I always seem to go uphill. Well, better going downhill, isn't it? Okay, that'll do. Well, while that's settling in, I'll just put in a bit of foreground. I'm going to use quite a bit of nice warm colours for this. I like putting these headlands in. Oh, headlands. Jetties. Bit of sienna in there. Warm it up. Warm colours give the impression of closeness, and the greys and the blues they recede. And it's all called aerial perspective. Right, let's have a bit of umber in there. Nice warm. The burnt sienna I use is these are all Cotman watercolours. I like Winsor & Newton, not because they're better, but you get used to the colours over the years, and I just love the burnt sienna. It's a rich, deep red, and I've not found it in other manufacturers. It's just a superb colour. We just want to, we can do some grasses in there. Well, just very simply stated, the bristles are dry-ish, and they do this wonderful single strokes, but so we're doing hundreds of blades of grass here, but I don't know, so some shadow. Let's put a bit of blue and a bit of umber, a bit of dark in there. I don't use a lot of burnt umber, but when I use it, I just wonder why I don't. There's some darker stuff in there. Right, card, and just you can, to a certain extent, if your paint's slightly wet, you can drag the paint up, like into the pond, lake. Painting with your card. A couple of little rocks. I was looking at some photographs I took of in Hayling Island a couple of months ago. Sadly, the friend that we went with has died. He died 2 days ago. Lovely man. Much missed by us cyclists along the River Wandle once a week. He was a regular, and we all had dinner, an inexpensive dinner in the evening of Tuesdays. So he's missed. So we drank to have some friends on Tuesday. Right, okay. Well, that's the bones. Now I'm going to put in some. That's quite dry now. Well, dryish. I'll put about that bit. I'm going to use my. No, I'm not. I'm going to use my lovely script brush. There we are. This brush here. Oh, keep that nice and clean. Don't want the paint drying on the tip. So this is a really good brush. This Hake. They don't always behave. This one stays together. It doesn't split in the middle. It hasn't yet. Right, I'm going to put in some distant trees on there, but slightly on the grey side, because we want to preserve, well, let's say, the sort of greyness. The greys recede. We are a bit wet there still. I'll just dry that. So headphones off. Okay, I'm painting this on the other side of the one I did yesterday because I didn't really like it. It's not going to set the world on fire. So these sort of gentle greens, grey greens, very little detail on here this distance. The super brush or something. Just a sure. So this just Payne's grey and a touch of the cadmium yellow. I think others have followed me with the cadmium yellow, which I've been using for a while now, still in preference to the lemon yellow. It gives some lovely, rich colours when you mix it with the burnt sienna. There's some nice warm colours in there. Let's just go over that. Let's try out the horizon a bit. Okay, I'm going to dry that. I'll put a bit of a bush here. I'll cover that up with a bit of a bush. Okay, now I want to. Oh, I don't know. Okay, that was a bit of a mistake there. But I quite like some of this. Let's just put in a little bit of shadow on some of these rocks. So leave a bit more light where they're catching, when they're catching the light. You scrape out, but you don't always put back. But when you scrape down, it tends to move the paint obviously down, and you get a darker shadow anyway. But I've just enhanced that a little bit. Right, I'll go dry that. Take headphones off. Right, I'm going to put a bit of heavier stuff. This is on the edge of the lake, but of the pond. Now let's get some darker, warmer colours in here. More green. I'm going to try and drag some of that up. White card. Good bit of grey in there. But the Cagello is a magnificent, it's a rich, even for a student quality, it's a very rich colour, like the burnt sienna. They're superb quality for what they are for a student range. I don't get anything for saying that. Well, let's put a bit of a little rock in there, shall we? Or two or three. Just a sort of rocky shore. That's a bit better. Right, dry that off, and then we'll put in a bit of a tree here. I'm not sure what we'll do there. Might make a, I don't know, just a boat anchor. The Hayling Islands is a very, this isn't Hayling Island. There are no mountains down that part of southern England. But the shore itself, the trees came right up to the waterline, the high water mark, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful area. I'm going to do some more paintings of it. It's very near Portsmouth and Chichester. That bit of England around Southampton, Isle of Wight, going from Portsmouth to all the way along to Chichester, is called Chichester Harbour. It's a very large area of natural beauty, absolutely staggering. All salt marshes, yachting, that sort of thing. Flat, vulnerable to spring tides, etc. But a magnificent area for artists, well, for everything really. So let's just put in a bit of a tree here, going up there. I'll do some of the rigger. Okay. I'll go back to the other side for a minute. Get my rigger. I know, I'll put a bit of green. We need a bit of cloth to take the excess. Moisture off. Bit of water in there. Too much water on the brush. Oh, that's a bit better, isn't it? This is 130 pound weight, and and apparently it's got about 30% rag content. Right, instead of 100%, the rest is cellulose. And I was asked if this would be durable, but I'm sure it will be if it was framed properly. But it's where you've got acid in the, like it's painting on mount card. That's a wood pulp, and it's a very popular surface to paint on. But who knows what the acid in the wood pulp is going to do to that card in latter years. Right, hold on. Right, let's put in some greeny colours there, warm green. So sienna, cad yellow, and Payne's grey. Touch of water. Nice thick colour lot. Shadow on that side. Right, and I get a bit of light stuff here. Oh, that's not right, is it? Bit of water and brush. Sienna. Just facing the light. Or spring greens and anything. Right, we'll put in a bit of rigger work in there. I'll thicken that up. But that chunk is a bit on the thin side. Nice and bit of shadow there. Okay. Right, I'll put a couple of figures in there. I think I'm not going to do anything more to that or that. I'm going to leave that. This really is an experiment in the sound. All right, let's get a nice little brush. It's too small. So many of my brushes are worn out now. But I'm waiting for still for my Frank Clark brushes. Looking forward to trying those. Right, okay. I'll put a boat tethered. Let's have a blue boat. Usual place. Shadow under there, so a bit darker. That's not a very good boat, is it? Okay, now we'll put in a couple of figures. Mixing a bit of cad yellow with the alizarin. Right, we'll have another one. Okay. Right, now, I think it's a pen. Cheating. Two men in the boat. No, boat's not very good, is it? Put a little bit more shadow underneath it. That might help. And oh, that'll do. Right, I think we could. I can afford to just scrape out a little, or lift out a little bit on that horizon. Oh, it's a yacht. Well, a couple of birds, and then we'll sign it, and we're done. Right, put a mouse on it, and we'll see what we've done. But I'll have to listen to the video now and see if it's good enough, because I can't keep putting dodgy videos on. Mount. Let's have the light. No, it's a light. It's quite a light colour painting. Let's put this mount on. This is where you can always straighten up your horizon by moving the. Now I quite like my little figures, and they're quite good. Right, okay, so there we are. Let's just bring the camera around. So there we are. Another little scene. The mountains show up on this a bit better. But the rain coming in here before the school. Yeah, I think that's quite happy with that. Quite happy with this here. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Feedback on the sound would be greatly appreciated. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.